What's up, everyone? It's your boy KP, and today I'm bringing you down another episode analysis of Anrai's interview with the vampire. We are finally here. It's episode 4. This episode is pretty packed up. It got a lot of stuff in it, and especially the way that they are treating Claudia. It's really beginning to also answer some of the questions that they propose, some of the things that Armand brought up in episode 3. Even one of you guys answered my question last week about what Armand meant by Claudia is going to die because Louis created her very young. And I'm glad to the person that commented, I think it's Stevenson. Thank you very much for the comment, for being able to answer that question. And then now it has also become very clear because now it makes me understand that what Armand meant was that because Claudia is an adult stuck in a kid's body, she's always going to continuously relive that dysphoria, and then it's going to break her. So it's pretty much going to make her get some kind of like mental breakdown because she's going to continuously have to relive that every day of her life. Then this also brings me back to this episode, which is if Armand knows that Claudia is going to have a breakdown because she's constantly reliving the fact that she's an adult in a kid's body, then why are they making her play a character that is pretty much her life, right? So I feel like right now they are intentionally trying to break Claudia. That's how I see it, and it's making me so sad. It's making me very angry right now because I'm like, why are they doing that to her? Because you guys know that because she was created very young and she's an adult in a kid's body, that alone is already a lot for her to bear. Now, you guys make a play, and the character that she's playing is literally reliving the life of as a kid. So it's like they are silently killing her, and I don't know why Louis is also not doing anything about it. Right now, me personally, I feel like Armand is intentionally trying to get rid of Claudia. They are intentionally trying to find a way to get rid of Claudia so that Claudia can get out of it, so that Armand can have Louis to himself. They are silently, intentionally killing Claudia. Because look at, they are making her play that character. Every day she's reliving her trauma. Every day Claudia is reliving her trauma. That means it's breaking her mind. Number 2, Armand is making her wear the same clothes, which is going to constantly remind Claudia that she's a kid. Something that she's trying to avoid, but Armand is trying to make her relive it every fucking day, guys. Armand is making Claudia relive her trauma every day. And it really answers the question, the question that he proposed last week, that Claudia is going to die because they sired her very young. So it's like, you know what is going to kill someone. You know what if someone keeps doing is going to destroy their life. You really know it. But you've decided to place them in a position that you know very well that is going to speed up the process. Then it makes me really wonder, like, is Amanda really toxic? Or is it like the Coven's decision? Because it's cruel. What they are doing to her is very cruel. And I'm so surprised that Louis is also not doing anything about it. And it's also making me realize how Louis is so selfish. Louis doesn't care for anyone except Louis. Louis is selfishly very toxic. It's like suddenly he has forgotten who Claudia is. He has really forgotten who Claudia is, and he has literally left Claudia to her death. And the way that things are going, I feel like it's going to keep getting worse for Claudia. I can't believe Louis have let Claudia alone. Louis have let Claudia to the wolves, and right now they are really destroying her, and they are going to destroy her, and Louis is not doing anything about it. Louis is not saying anything because what? He has met someone new, and he's doing what always works for Louis. Louis doesn't give a shit about anyone. Like, how can you bring Claudia to Paris and leave her alone. Even when Armand said that because they signed her young, she's going to die, Louis never even tried to find a solution for it. Louis never tried to probe and be like, oh, why do you think this is going to happen? He didn't give a shit. Louis didn't care about anything. Louis only cares about Louis. He didn't care. And right now, they are silently killing Claudia. They are silently getting rid of Claudia. And he doesn't even still give a shit about it. Like, how can you sit there and let Armand tell Claudia that she's going to wear the same outfit for the play every day, and he didn't say anything? He didn't do anything about it. And now he's trying to play the victim that, oh, it is Claudia that ditched him for the coven. Like, I mean, bro, are you being for real right now? Like, I don't know if I'm the only one that is currently feeling this. Like, you guys should let me know how you feel about this whole situation in the comment section, because I really feel that right now, Louis has shown how selfish he is. How far he can go with his selfishness. He's very toxic. And the fact that right now he has left Claudia to be in the hands of these people, and Armand is intentionally breaking Claudia. And now it's so clear. For me personally, I feel like Armand is trying to get rid of Claudia so that he can have Louis for himself, all for himself. He's really trying so hard to get rid of Claudia. And I know that I'm probably not the only one that is feeling this way. Do you guys think that Armand is trying to get rid of Claudia? Let me know in the comment section. Like, do you guys really think that Armand is trying to get rid of Claudia? Because personally, right now, all the signs are there that Armand is trying to get rid of Claudia. Because he knows what can kill Claudia. He really knows what can kill Claudia. But what is he doing? He's making Claudia relive the one thing that he knows that is going to break her. The one thing that he knows that is going to destroy her life. And he's making Claudia relive it every night. And now it's not just every night. Claudia goes in bed to reliving it. Claudia goes to bed every day reliving the same trauma, the same thing every day. And Louis is not doing anything about it. And this whole episode really proves how selfish Louis is. Because let's look at the part where he was describing how it felt to have Lestat around him. I'm like, dude, your partner is sitting right next to you. And it's like you don't even give a shit about how this is going to make him feel. It's like you're just, the way he was describing how whenever he saw Lestat, how it felt. It's like he didn't care. He didn't give a shit about it. He didn't care about Armand's feelings. He didn't give a shit. It's like, well, this is how I feel. This is my whole situation. And I'm doing what I gotta do. Like how, like you are sitting there and then you are telling someone that is in love with you that when you were with me, I also felt my ex around. And I don't know how Armand is kind of like okay with it. I mean, he's not okay with it. You can see it on his face that this whole thing is so toxic. But Armand is so insecure that he will settle for less to be with Louis. And it's so dumb because when the whole season started, I thought, oh, maybe Armand was trouble. But now the way that the tables are flipping, which is also very good writing, but the way that the tables are flipping right now, it's making me feel, it's making me really believe that Louis is very toxic. Louis is very selfish. And it's also so clear because right now, even let's look at how Louis was with his family. Right? Even when Lestat turned Louis, the way he went about with his family and everything, because when Lestat was around, we always saw Louis as a victim, but now I'm beginning to see how Louis is not a victim. He likes to play the victim to get his way. And he did it in the whole of season 1. And now looking at the way his relationship dynamic is with Armand, I'm like, bro, you are really selfishly toxic. That's how I see it. Louis is very selfishly, very toxic. And right now it's so clear. And I'm also so shocked that Armand is also not doing anything about it. For 70 years, he has stuck with this guy that he knows that this guy probably doesn't love him. This guy is probably using him. This guy doesn't give a rat's about him. Louis only cares about himself. And he's still with there. That also shows how insecure Armand is. And all the signs too are there right now too with that one. Because even us seeing Armand's backstory, right? Him telling his backstory and then the things that he went through. Now I'm like, oh, okay, it makes sense. You've gone through some trauma. You've been trying to find a place to be loved. You've been trying to find people to choose you, to love you. So you'd rather settle for the least breadcrumbs that you can get. And that is exactly what Armand is doing right now. He would take anything just to have someone tell him they love him. And it's so sad because in the beginning of the series, I'm like, oh, Armand was trouble. But now it's like Louis is trouble. Louis is the one that is toxic. Everything about Louis is so fucked up. And right now I also feel sorry for Armand. But at the same time, it's hard to also feel sorry for Armand because seeing what he too is doing to Claudia. Because right now I feel like Armand is doing what he gotta do to get Claudia out of the way. So it's like all these people are just a bunch of toxic, insecure, selfish people that will treat anyone however they see fit to get their way. That's how I see it right now. They're all just very selfish, very insecure, very toxic, and they're just going around hurting each other, right? Like they're all just a bunch of really selfish people just hurting each other. And then maybe it's also the side effects of being a vampire. Because that's how maybe now I'm beginning to see it. That maybe it's pretty much maybe the side effects of how after living so long, this is how your life is pretty much going to be. But right now, everything is just so fucked up, right? And then especially how they are treating Claudia, I'm just really pissed. And especially the fact that Louis is not doing anything about it. The fact that Louis is not saying anything. The fact that Louis is just doing Louis because Louis only cares about Louis. Louis doesn't give a shit about anyone. He's been playing the victim the whole of season 1, and now I'm beginning to see how much Louis is not a victim. How much Louis is really not a victim. Because we were surrounded by Lestat, and then we see how we all assumed that Lestat was the bad person. So it was not making us see how selfish and how toxic Louis is. Right? Because we had Lestat around, we were not really seeing the magnitude of how far Louis can go. But now, having Lestat out of the picture, and then we are beginning to really see who Louis is, now I'm like, bro, you are really damn fucked up. And it's so sad. It's so terrible. And I feel like Claudia is going to pay for it real bad. Claudia is really going to pay for it real bad because right now she's really growing on me. And I can really feel what she's going through, right? I can empathize with her. And seeing how they're intentionally breaking her, it breaks my heart. It makes me so sad. And I just don't know. Louis, the one person that was supposed to be there for her. Because like you guys sat in the truck and then you guys were like, you and me and you, blah, 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 all those stuff. And then now you've left this girl alone. And I feel like she's going to end up getting hurt. Very bad. Like, what do you guys really think about it? Do you think Louis is being fair? I think Louis is being selfish. And not being selfish. Louis is very selfish. Louis doesn't care about anyone but only Louis. And right now, Claudia is going to pay for it. I want you to write down in the comment section and let me know what you guys really think about this episode. Because right now, there's a lot going on. And I know there's a lot of us that are really rooting for Claudia. And seeing what Louis is doing to Claudia, it just makes me really, really sad. Right? It makes me really sad. I can't wait for episode 5 next week. I can't wait for episode 5 to come to see what this whole episode entails. I really can't wait. Right now, the way everything is just going, it makes me so sad for Claudia. And I really can't wait for episode 5 to come. I really, really can't wait for episode 5 to come. Let's talk about it in the comment section, guys. You guys should let me know how do you guys feel about this whole episode 4, right? How do you guys feel about it? Do you think they are Armand is intentionally trying to get rid of Claudia so that he can have Louis to himself? Am I the only one that feels like Louis is a selfish person? Because I feel like right now he's leaving Claudia to be fed by the wolves. Let me know in the comment section, guys. Comment down below, subscribe, and then I hope to see you guys next week. It's your boy KP. See you.